Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. Today, we're becoming wizards by playing the Harry Potter TCG.
By Wizards.
By Wizards. This game, check this out, released in 2001.
Really?
Which was about a year before a game that we would fall in love with, which is the Star Wars TCG. This is a game based on a big IP. Now, at the time...
Are we rolling dice?
No. At the time, not as big as it is today. This game, I didn't know this. They put this game out to line up with the release of the very first Harry Potter movie. Even though the game itself is based on the books, doesn't use movie stills, uses a lot of the characters and the moments that are actually from the books and not in the movies. But obviously riding that marketing hype train. And then the other thing is they would do the same thing the year after in 2002 with the Star Wars TCG for Attack of the Clones. They released that first set, which was... I don't think it was called Attack of the Clones, but it was that blue box. What was that first set?
I remember
called?
that blue box, man. It had all the droids in it?
Yeah.
Those roly droids?
Both the first two
droids?
sets, that and the Sith Rising. I'm trying to think about what the name of that set was.
Meantime, welcome everybody. Hey, welcome.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
I got off on a very specific thing.
We're still in the midst of testing some new mics and new audio setup, so bear with us if there's any issues. We apologize for that. That's what took us a while to get started today. Always exciting when you're switching and testing new technology.
It was called Attack of the Clones.
Well, who would have guessed?
But then it was Sith Rising. But yeah, anyways, all that to say, Harry Potter TCG, this is a game I have actually heard a lot of positive about. But it was done by Wizards. They released 5 sets, 2001 to 2003. Then they stopped. They made it about halfway through the books, which is unfortunate because a lot of people really love the second half of that movie book arc.
People love Harry Potter more than I realized when it first was around.
It's high.
I met more than one friend now that I know that rereads the entire book series every year.
Yeah.
Every winter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's now, spoiler alert, Zach, as is my role on the stream, I am less juiced in. I'm less juiced into pop culture and things that people like than I should be. So I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But I have seen the first movie.
It's one of the best.
Once or twice, and I've seen it like 4 times as the Wizard People voiceover from. It's very similar to like what was that
Science.
one? Kind of like MC3K. What is the one that we saw? Guy was made the basement jokes and making fun of Star Wars. Such and such.
Red Letter Media. What? Plinkett?
Plinkett. It's that kind. It's that style.
Yeah.
Over Harry Potter.
But the first that would be funny with the first Harry Potter because they're little kids.
It's really funny.
So
it's really. In fact, that you haven't seen. I can share that with you, and you can show me all the Captain America movies.
That's right. Well, we're gonna do both. How about we do both of those things? But yeah, Harry Potter.
Brad Neely. That's right.
Huge IP. Lots of excitement. And so this game, couple years of content. And then apparently, I didn't realize this had happened. I'm learning more that we do all these throwbacks to these old games. That Wizards had multiple TCGs, came out, had a couple years, and then they just never talked about them ever again.
They just stopped doing it, didn't
like
they? It's like Star Wars
the
the same way.
Technique.
Yeah. Mom Pog, Privateer did the same thing. It's just like
with Star Wars, there's a few others apparently.
Just look
with
the other
Wizards,
way when people ask you.
Did your thing, not magic. See you later.
Yeah, didn't work.
Let maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe licensing. Who knows what happened?
The only thing that I would like, for any publisher listening, Wizards executives, I'm sure, are big watchers of the stream on the daily.
I'm sure.
And couldn't wait to see the Harry Potter TCG revitalized. All that I ask from a publisher is just say, it ain't working. We're stopping printing the game. That's all you got to say.
And to be fair, in 2003, it was harder to say anything because we didn't have social media. The website was new. It was just a different time. But
I can figure out how to put some text on a website.
I'm not going to defend the decision because I hated Wizards. Full of hate.
You went almost full Darth Vader.
Yeah, after their treatment of the Star Wars TCG and its ending. Very not pleased. But there were some great games along the way, regardless of how they were handled on the publication side. So I'm excited to play this. It's ultimately not that complicated. You can imagine, so the first book and the first movie, very kid-centered. It's like the book is thinner. It's more like a kid's book. And like literally throughout the series, Harry and his friends get older And by the end, you know, they're like late teens becoming adults, and it's that story of like from adolescence to adulthood. And so the game itself, from what I can tell, started out even like the kids are the main characters, of course, but then like it is meant to be played with kids.
Okay, well,
right?
Here we are.
And that doesn't mean that it's not like a good game, but akin to like a Pokemon, right? Where it's like, hey, 10-year-olds might be playing this, but also we want to make sure a 30-year-old would actually enjoy it. So we'll put that to the test right now. Well,
let's find out. Yeah, I'm going to adjust your mic a little bit. Do you know what the general point of the game is? I see that there's potions and stuff. Like, what's the MO of the game? Can you give me a brief overview?
I will give you a brief overview. Also, the Harry Potter TCG YouTube channel, which must be official, says Wizards actually lost the license because Warner Brothers pulled it from Wizards. It wasn't really their choice.
I wonder if the same thing happened to Star Wars.
Well, they kept making the Star Wars miniatures game and RPG for 5
more
years.
Maybe not, yeah. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. But you can still, can you say that out loud? Can you say, hey, Warner Brothers got the, I mean, that's what FFG said when Netrunner got sniped by Wizards.
Sometimes licensing agreements prevent you from saying stuff like that.
So it could have been that. Maybe all the hate was misplaced.
Well,
perhaps your life could have been so much more joyful if you had just embraced.
Misplaced, but also negotiate better. You know what I mean? So just reading the comment really quick. Someone's saying on Twitch.
Is it blinking? It shouldn't be blinking. We don't have any indicators anything's going wrong on our end. So
yeah,
13%.
You can hop over to YouTube, see if that's working. So here's the thing about the game. Each of us is going to be a character, right? Okay. Harry Potter, Hermione, whoever you desire. And the win condition is actually to deck your opponent.
Oh, great.
Damage is measured in discarding cards from the top of your deck.
Star Wars TCG situation.
Yeah, but you don't cycle through your deck or anything like that. Okay. It's a kind of one and done. The resource system is also, I'll just show you after we pick decks, reminiscent of Magic, but much different. And has an action-based system.
1 action a turn?
2 actions a turn.
Oh, cool.
Which is really, and you can,
so
and guess what?
Runnery.
You can always take an action to draw a card.
Oh, come on.
It's crazy. Okay.
I'm in.
So these decks were provided by a longtime community member. Let me borrow these. His name is Van. Van, if you're in the chat. Thank
Van
you for
said, "Sup, guys earlier. Sup, Van?
What's up, Van?
Always good to see you."
And he has these 5 decks that have a single, in most cases, word that labels them. So I'm gonna say the names of these, and you're gonna pick one, and I'll pick another one. If anyone in chat has specific themes they'd like to see us explore, now is the time. I assume we have all this available from the pop perspective.
Yeah, we should. Okay. We managed to find all the cards. Jonathan has weird ways, man.
There's potions.
I love potions.
Potions and creatures.
I like potions and creatures.
Transfiguration.
Ooh, I like. That's just shape shifting, basically, right? Or changing things and other things. Yeah.
Charms.
Ooh.
And Quidditch. Quidditch is the game. Sports game with the worst rules ever. Yeah, I recently rewatched the Harry Potter movie.
You play the game, but if you catch the small thing, you win.
You don't necessarily win, but it's worth a certain number of points or anti-points. And so literally it's like as long as you know the score of the game, there's 2 people, all they're doing is trying to catch the snitch.
Yeah.
And if you catch it, you basically just game over.
Yeah.
And it's like, so they're all working hard. It's
That's kind of cool, though, is it not? Why do you hate that? Why do you not like that?
Imagine a game of soccer.
Yeah, or football, as our European friends would call it. Or the rest of the world, I should say.
I'm on Team Red, you're on Team Blue. And then there's let's just say it was a third person. And if either of us tackle that person, game over. But the actual rest of the football game can be going on for an hour and a half.
You don't think that's good? That seems fine.
It just seems like very... all the
kind of 2 games smashed together a little bit.
But like also, kinda.
I don't know. I personally like it. It's an alternate win condition.
Maybe you should pick the Quidditch deck.
Let's go. Yeah, bring it on.
You don't have this argument. You can pick whatever you want.
Give me Transfiguration. I'm gonna make some things change and other things.
All right, I'm listening to the chat for a second to see if they want to pick anything. Now, do you have a character on top in there?
Let's find out. Yes, Hermione, the potion maker.
Okay, so that
a witch.
Hermione.
And then all of this stuff seemingly looks shuffled. Yep. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be. And then Ron Weasley's in here too, a wizard.
Is he a character?
Yeah, there's probably you can play characters.
As far as I know, you can't.
Or is this like a sideboard?
Maybe you can choose either one.
So that was like that. Let's see how this goes. Oh, Ron Weasley.
Sam says, so your option is fight with alchemy, shapeshifting, spells, or sports.
See, and here we got another one. Neville. You know, so there's all sorts of people in here.
characters. I wonder if you can play characters. I didn't read about that in the rules.
They all say Gryffindor unique, you know?
Okay, Andrew's saying you can play a character, but it just takes 2 actions. So you can start with any of those characters. Hermione's probably a good one to start with.
That seems like what they want me to do, yeah?
A very smart cookie.
And then everything else, even the stuff on top here, do I start with this, you think?
Retro now says Neville is our king.
Is there a starting anything? You just start with a character.
Start with a character, everything else shuffles in.
Okay, I'm gonna just shuffle it all in then.
I'm gonna pick I'm
gonna read the characters actually and then make a decision.
All right,
I'm gonna guess these transfiguration cards are the lessons are your resources.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna choose potions and creatures.
Potions and creatures.
So let's get this out. My starting character is Draco Malfoy, the Slytherin.
Also known as Mouth Oil, if you're a wizard people do reader. Yeah.
He is the protagonist of the series. I'm just kidding. Once during each of your turns, when you use an action to play an item, you can get 1 more action on that turn. So he gets to play a free item ever.
Right on.
Now, I'll just walk you through the basic turn structure. The turn structure is draw a card.
Okay.
Take 2 actions.
Right. Love it.
One thing you can do is you can draw a card.
Okay.
Another thing you can do is play a lesson.
Great.
And
So
as
put
you
a
said, the
resource
lessons
down.
are the resources. You can play an adventure card. So there are certain cards called adventures, but they cost 2 actions. That's your turn.
So adventures are a whole turn.
Yeah. Now
Let me
adventures.
find an adventure. Here we go. Sticking up for Neville.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So read the effect in there.
This art is bizarre.
Some of the characters are particularly funny.
I
It's
kind of like it.
Claymation almost.
I kind of like how weird this is. This has got that weird pocket of just like interesting weird.
Yeah.
It's like a Magic School Bus weird. You know what I mean?
It does feel a little bit like Magic School Bus.
Okay. Sticking up for Neville. Before each of your turns, your opponent takes 4 damage. To solve this, your opponent discards his or her hand. So these are like current scenarios, right? So I put this out, and at any point you can solve it, I assume, by taking an action.
The effect
maybe?
happens while it's in play, and then your opponent can solve it.
And do you have to take an action to do that, or
this says your opponent discards his or her hand. No, I don't think you have to. You just
at
literally
any point,
they have to just lose their hand.
and then you can put up to 4 non-healing cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck.
So if I solve this thing,
Mm-hmm.
I get some kind of reward for going on this adventure.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't want to give you free stuff, man. Color changing ink is in here.
Then you can also play characters, which apparently cost you 2 actions. So if you play a second character, just be aware. But they obviously have really powerful effects because of their main characters that are happening.
All right, tell me about the resources.
Okay, so the resources are actually really similar and different, right? So like, let's say I had, you want to top down for me?
Yeah.
Let's say I had 3 potion lessons out, and I had 1 care of magical creatures lesson out. So they have these icons on them. That's their like resource icon, right?
Oh wait, hold on. Before you do that, let me. I saw our stream yesterday. I was listening back to the audio. I need to adjust the focus on this. Bear with me, friends. Get up in that card, you know what I'm saying? There we go. It's better.
Looking good. Okay. So let's say I had 3 and 1, right? And you look at a card like Potions Homework.
Okay.
So to play Potions Homework, it has the little potions pot with the 3 on it, right?
Of course.
So I have to have 3 of those out. You don't spend resources
Threshold.
like you do in that. It's just threshold.
It's just straight threshold.
So you get 2 actions, and I could literally play 2 3-cost potions cards if I had this out. You don't spend them. It's just
a barrier.
Just a barrier.
But once you have it, you don't spend it.
Right.
Huh.
But you only get 2 actions a turn. So unlike Magic, where if you had 18 resources and 20 cards in your hand, you could do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
You can only ever do 2 things in this
Okay.
game. That makes sense.
Okay.
And then we'll measure your health essentially by your deck. So we'll shuffle up. We'll each draw 7. First player doesn't draw a card on the first turn. Classic rules. And then we'll start swinging and see what happens. Now, there are a couple different kinds of cards that you'll see, but it should all be pretty intuitive.
Okay. Great. I'm glad you guys are digging my legs. Good. Come for the games.
Up here.
Stay for the legs. That's the new store model we're looking at too.
Okay,
Come for the store,
interesting.
stay for the legs.
Van's saying, and this is correct. So to play a 3-cost potion, he's saying you need 1 potion, 2 of anything else.
Seriously? So you just have a potion resource to play any number of potions?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Okay. I guess we'll do it. I guess we'll play the game the way it was built to be played. If we must.
If we must. All right, so as a reminder, now that you have a basic idea of what's going on, I'm Draco Malfoy Slytherin. Let's see if we can get that one to pop on screen appropriately. Once during each of my turns, I can play an item and gain an action. So I can play an item without spending one of my 2 actions. And let me read your Hermione. Potion Maker. You can use an action to put up to 2 lesson cards of different types from your hand into play. So 1 action, 2 resources. That's pretty interesting.
That's right. She's a ramper.
Don't forget that resource.
She's the Tony Hawk. So at a certain point, we're just going to be jamming cards without any care for the resources because, like, we've already got our max ramp built.
Yeah, but spending an action to play a resource is a certain kind of irrelevant at a certain, at some point, which is worth it. Just scanning through your deck. I'm just going to see what the highest cost card I've got is. 7. Wow.
That's pretty smart. I saw an 8 earlier. Oh, here's a 10. Giant squid. Don't tell him, though.
I don't know what that does.
I've got, it looks like 12.
12, wow.
Yeah, I'm playing it. That's probably what I'm playing with Hermione.
She ramps up.
I need to ramp to 12 and then play the big boosts.
I do have a 10. So
man, how many times in this game are you going to draw a resource when everything that you need is anything but that?
That is
it's going to be common.
All right, you ready to play?
Yeah.
I'm going to draw 7. I'll go ahead and go first.
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah. I don't get an extra card. You should be.
Jeremiah making a good point. Your legs are the new content. Imagine we've been seeing you guys torsoing up for always. If you had no pants during any of these playthroughs, we will never know. About 30%. We know we're not wearing pants, and we won't tell you which ones they were. But if you look closely enough at our, at our general energy, you'll be bright tell.
All right. So you do get 1 mulligan. You can shuffle your hand back in and draw again. Mulligan is less relevant because you can always take actions to draw cards.
Isn't that just beautiful when that game does that?
I did.
Where do you want my character? Are we just kind of add?
I'm doing on this side because I have the camera thing. The picture.
I'll mirror you.
So this space down here is not really.
And they never tap or anything weird, right? Nope. They're just sitting there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've got 2 10s in my opening hand, so I'm going to shuffle that back in. Yeah. That's not your first hand you want.
I feel like with Hermione, having a bunch of resources in your opening hand would be ideal.
Just start jamming them.
What up, Sam?
Harry Potter, man. People love Harry Potter. Everybody loves Harry Potter, right? That's kind of the thing. And then Rowling kind of went off the rails. Isn't that true? I've seen her in the news for some non-ideal.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Things,
not so great. But I think for a lot of people, Harry Potter was like a coming of age simultaneous to them,
Yeah.
So it was about right for us. I remember Brendan having that first Harry Potter book when we were like 10 or 11. I, of course, could not read it because wizards and stuff.
Yeah, because your parents were...
Somehow Lord of the Rings snuck right by them.
Yeah, well, they got subjected to 2020 D&D as Satan, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we'll give them some grace.
You ready to party?
Yeah.
All right, I do not get to draw a card. First action, I'll play a Care of Magical Creatures lesson. Second action, I'll play a Potions lesson, and then pass it over to you. So you get to draw a card, and you get 2 actions.
2 actions. Take an action, play a Transfiguration. Take an action with Hermione, play 2 lessons.
Wow.
Van also saying, my 12-year-old son made these decks. Name is Will, except for Quidditch, which Van made. Nice. So thank you, Will, for making the decks. Appreciate that so much. I can already tell that they're going to be great.
I agree. My turn?
Yeah.
Let's draw a card.
Let's get these, have a showdown here. If you play first, you get to draw a card. What does that mean? Just understand. What? Are you doing something?
You're good.
Harry Potter TCG was saying that, which I assume is somebody who might know what they're talking about. Like if you draw a card, and then if your first action is play a thing, you get to draw another card?
I don't think so.
Surely not, right? Well, we'll get some clarification there. Oh, right. Okay, just saying the first player usually doesn't get to draw, but in Harry Potter you do.
Okay, so I will take an action to draw. So I will take an action to play a cage. So cage is an item. I'll trigger my ability to get an action point back. It provides one of these. So I'm just going to do this. But then during my turn, I can discard this to and use an action to choose a creature in play, mine or yours, and bounce it back to someone's hand.
Ugh, gross. Okay.
Then with my last action, I will play another potion.
Okay. First action is going to be a draw, or a regular, normal. Now my first action is going to be a draw. The second action is going to be draw. Is there a hand size limit?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Over to you.
All right. Start my turn. I draw a card. This is going to get crazy. Don't you know? Let's... Wow. Let's draw a card. That's hilarious. All right. Let's play. I guess items are free for me to play, so that's interesting. I'm going to play a Venomous Tentacula. It's a creature. I can use an action and discard Venomous Tentacula from play to put a Potions Lesson from my discard pile into play.
Okay.
It also has this square that says damage each turn 2. So
I discard 2 every turn?
At the start of my turn, that'll happen after I draw. And then it has a health of 1. So if you do 1 damage to it, it'll go away.
How do we do damage? The cards specifically say damage?
Yeah.
Can you damage creatures or discard from cards with other creatures? That makes sense. Like, can this thing attack a creature of mine? Seems like that would be necessary, right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I also think you can block.
First, I'm going to draw a card
on that one. All right. All right. If you do less damage to a creature than its health, you'll need to mark the damage somehow. You can use counters, etc.
I got dice for you.
Creatures cannot block or attack other creatures. Interesting.
So they just sit there and churn you. You'll churn and burn. First in my action, I'm going to play 2 resources. Second action, I'm going to play a Cobra Lily.
Ooh.
So it's a creature, it's a plant. It says at the end of each turn, you remove all damage. Damage each turn is 2, health is 3.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
I'll draw a card. This will trigger and do 2 damage to you.
And so we just discard that
2
from
off
the
top of your deck, yeah.
And we can only hurt creatures with things that say hurt creatures.
That's right.
Basically. It says creatures will only do direct damage to your opponent during the damage step. Yeah. To the rule book.
That
just churned off 2 resources, which I desperately needed. So
the steps of your turn are before your turn, draw a card, your creatures damage your opponent, get 2 actions, end your turn.
Okay. Damage done.
All right. So let's do this. I'm going to play a Potions Lesson. Then I'm going to play a Dogbane Potion. Choose one of your opponent's creatures and play and do 3 damage to it.
Aww.
The Lily. Your turn.
All right. Draw for the turn. Okay. Ah, okay, I get it. I get you.
You're a wizard.
First action is draw. Ooh. Second action is a Slytherin Serpent. 3 damage a turn, 1 health.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
Draw a card because I can. Let's draw a card. Oh, wait. You take 2 damage from mine.
Right on.
Spectacular. And then I'll draw a card and pass to you.
All right. Mandatory draw.
You hit me for 3.
Hit you for 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's true.
First action draw.
Hilarious. Someone said, does anyone else find Zach's method of stacking resources odd? I feel like this happens a lot.
Yeah, you do things all weird.
Look at these compared to yours.
Yeah, you like I said, you do everything weird.
I wanted to read the lessons word for some reason, and not the name of the resource type.
Oh, fine. This is not how I want this to be, but I'm gonna play color changing ink as an item.
Ooh, that's a cool looking hollow.
As my last, yeah. So I can use this to basically count cards in my hand, put them all on the bottom, and then draw that many cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
That's a cool thing. And also, listen, can you guys appreciate that? Look at the like rainbow colors on the ink and the stars that are foil. Cool. Well done.
Right. Yeah, thanks. I like to play the shiny stuff.
Fine.
Yeah, you're.
Draw a card.
Pick 2. Ooh, the sorting hat into the dig there. That's a bummer.
Ooh, the sorting hat.
Yeah, it's not important.
Hell of a sorting hat. All right. That is an item. Let's take an action to... No. Let's take an action to draw a card.
Have you hit your curve?
Not yet. Let's take an action. Oh, I messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take an action to play a resource.
Yeah. Got him. Draw. Discard 2 from your little ability.
Oh, I should have also taken 3 from... No, I take 3 from you now.
Take 3 now, yeah, sorry. We're going to have to get in that habit.
Yeah.
All right, first action, we're going to use Hermione's ability to drop 2.
We were ramping.
And then second action, we're going to play a Gryffindor Lion.
Rawr.
A 3/3.
Okay, we're ramping now.
They were ramping.
Mine?
Yeah.
Draw a card, you take 2.
Oh, Ron the Bear Weasley.
The Weasel. All right, I'm at 6. I'm going to play a silver unicorn horn.
Whoa, that looks awesome. Actually, that looks really good. Wow.
The stars in there.
Huh.
Yeah, it's cool looking.
What do you do with that?
I win.
All right. Well,
Just
that was a quick game.
When I play this card, I can put up to 2 non-healing cards from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck. So.
Cool. You see how I said non-healing? Good for them. Healing is how games get degenerate. Recurring healing is how games get bad. Oh, it's got to be different lesson types. Hold on. Different types. Don't worry about it. Yeah, just play again.
Let's go 1.
Been doing that all wrong.
2. So go on the bottom. And then it says, I may use an action and discard this card to shuffle up to 6 non-healing cards from my discard pile in my deck.
Cool.
And I get an extra action because
Did you take
Malfoy.
6?
Not yet. I took 3 and then you just played that. I'll take 6 on your turn. You just played him.
You take damage on my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on.
So you draw and then I take damage from you.
Okay.
So I'm going to play a boa constrictor.
Right. That's how we've been doing it the whole time.
Then I'm going to play a potions project. Your opponent takes damage until he or she discards a total of 2 lesson cards from their
Spell
deck.
doesn't take an action?
It does. The item is
free. You're free. Yeah. Your opponent takes damage until he or she discards a total of 2
lessons from the top of your deck.
Oh, from the top of the deck. Right on. Miss. 1. Miss. Miss. 1.
That's a good spell.
Good spell. Yeah, 5 damage spell right there.
Kazinki.
From the old Kazinki.
Also, I found out there's a Harry Potter TCG revitalization group that like a couple of years ago started, and they're like, apparently it's like booming. I had no idea. I was watching a video learn how to play, and then they were like talking about it a lot.
Draw on a card. Discard 6 if you would, please.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Not my forest troll. Ooh, dragon poison.
Oh, yeah, get those sweet resources. Look at those resources go. Yes.
Wow.
First action, I'm going to use this color changing ink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't discard this, do I?
You don't. Alex Becker saying, "Wha-bam."
Wha-bam.
It was "Wa-boom," right?
Yeah, Wa-boom. Who could forget, Zach's? Oh, wait, I didn't count them. Hold on, I got to figure out. Man, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If I ever get another potion, you're going to be in trouble. I got flying lion dragons.
Okay, second action. We're going to use Hermione. Resource.
My goodness.
We were ramping, man.
My turn?
Yeah.
Draw a card. You take 4 damage. Okay.
And if we're out of deck, is that it?
Yeah. I'm going to draw a card. So funny. I know these people. I'm going to play a black bat. 2 damage creature.
All right. And when you play this card, you 2 damage to your opponent.
Oh, didn't see that.
I'm over here. I'm the reader.
You are Hermione.
All right.
Lines up.
Drawing a card. Oh, sure.
Don't you know?
Well, I'm supposed to, I guess, have more plants, but I'm not seeing any plants. Take 6.
Call you in the morning. All my resources.
First action gonna be draw.
Mm-hmm. Tempting, isn't it?
Second action, we're gonna play a Ravenclaw Eagle.
You're just playing all the houses. All you're missing now is a Hufflepuff.
A Hufflepuffer.
What's the name of their creature?
Over to you.
There it is. I'm going to play a Care of Magical Creatures.
Uh-oh. Power unlocked.
You take 6, by the way.
Right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'm going to play a Chimera. 4 damage, 2 health. Let's go. We're
Where's
racing to the end of this
where's my
thing.
removal spells? Draw a card. How many cards you got in your hand?
None. 7. Some of these cards are crazy. The high cost cards.
Yeah, it is, man. Okay. I got this. Take 8. Oof. Oof.
Ooh, that card looks cool. Midnight Duel. Don't worry about it.
First action. We're going to play an adventure. Sticking up for Neville.
Oh, long bottom.
For each of my turns, you take 4.
What?
And you can always discard your whole hand to solve that, but you get 4 back from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. If you do that.
That's horrible.
I'm just saying. And then second action.
Badger. Badger is the Hufflepuff. You need a Badger, and you got the whole set.
Guess I'll draw a card at the end of the turn again. I don't know if I need any more money, you know?
Oh, Adventures take 2 actions.
Oh, there you go. Okay, we did it.
Done.
Yeah.
Start of my turn, I'll draw. You're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh.
1 turn left.
I don't need to even complete that adventure. I just need to apply the gas. How much life you got?
3.
I'll play Swarm. Count the number of creatures in play. Yours and your opponent's. Do that much damage to your opponent. Take 7. Call me in the morning.
You did it.
Well, boom! All right, I'm switching decks.
All right, let's do it.
See? Not
I had the
complicated at
cards.
all.
I had the cards in the wrong order that time.
I feel like Hermione could do that. She's probably got to run a lot of resources.
Yeah.
But some of those cards, like once you get to like the 10 coster, they're doing it's like the game's basically over.
I saw it. There was a when I was.
I'll give you first choice.
Counting my hand. Oh, we got more. Yeah, I'm gonna do Quidditch next. Let's play some Quidditch.
I love it. I would be all about a Quidditch situation.
This is the easiest game in the world to jam forever.
Couldn't you? I totally get it.
For the rest of time.
Took 0 energy. Well, I just played potions, so we'll check out this charms tonight. Let's see. Ooh.
I'm gonna do Harry the Seeker, of course, because playing the theme and all.
And I'm Professor Pomona Sprout.
You got plants. You have a plant.
Oh, she provides a care of magical creatures resource, just straight out.
Surprised you knew that name off the
Ooh,
bat.
we get owls.
Looks like my max curve here is 10. Be sure to check your max. Wow, I've got so many resources in here.
Oh, yes. We got dragons and
11.
owls.
The golden snitch.
That's got to be the card. There's a...
oh, wow. Cool card.
You have a match card?
What? I have to have a match card?
No, you just might. They're a unique kind of card.
Nice Wu-Tang reference there, Harry Potter. Never thought I'd say that in my life. I don't have to do anything special. It's just normal play.
I think so. What's your ability?
Once during each of your turns, when you use an action to play a Seeker lesson card, you may also draw a card. Play a resource, draw a card. Or a Quidditch, I should say.
Yeah,
Quidditch.
I think you have cards in your deck that are like a specific match. So it would be like, you know, a game against a Hufflepuff match or something like that.
So far, it's just me wrecking you. Oh my gosh. How oppressive. There are some oppressive cards. It's like a control deck.
But if you win the match, it ends up doing like 30 damage or something like that. Something crazy. I've seen that kind of stuff. Anyways.
Maybe. Maybe. What kind of sleeves are these, man? These dragon shields?
I have
feel like dragon shields.
No idea. Cyril saying, man, I turned my phone off for 5 seconds. I came back and it's over. And in match card, unlike an adventure that I like complete, if you play it, we're both trying to achieve the thing, and if whoever achieves it first gets the...
So is that going to be like the Seeker thing in here, probably?
Yeah, probably. All right. You want to go first or second? I'll give you a choice. Van says Dragon Shield.
Yeah, first seems strictly better, right? There's really no advantage.
So I read that you don't get to draw a card as the first player going first, and someone contradicted that.
Yeah, Harry Potter TCG themselves
Sounds official. Okay.
How bazonkers is this? This is hilarious. I'm drawing my card. I'm playing a resource as my... No, wait, I'm not. I'm not, in fact. Check this out. I'm playing Race for the Snitch Adventure. Your opponent discards the card he or she draws at the start of each of their turns. So you discard the card that you draw. You can discard your hand to solve it. And if you do, I discard my hand. So let's go.
That's interesting. Okay, mine?
Yeah.
Discard this. I want to wait until I have less of a hand.
My hand's awful, you know?
All right, let's play...
Now, is this an action to do this? Are you sure it doesn't take an action or something to do that? It's not an instant, right?
Your adventure takes both your actions.
I'm saying to solve it. You don't have to do anything but randomly during whenever you want.
I don't think so, but chat will correct us.
Because that would be way worse.
I'm not doing it right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That would be bad, though. All right. First action, draw a card.
Renovate says whoever does go first draws a card. Van says this game is bonkers. Harry Potter TCG says adventures do not take actions to solve. You heard it here officially.
Yeah,
Happy to have you here, Harry Potter TCG.
First action, play a resource. Second action, play a resource. I can do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Mine? Discard this card. Punk. Then I'll do that, and then I'll solve your quest.
Ah, that's great.
We each discard our hand.
Solve. Draw my card. First action, play a resource. Second action, draw a card.
You gotta click to draw first, right?
Yeah, technically.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Draw my card.
Oh, wait, hold on. When you use an action card, action to play a lesson, I may draw a card.
Yeah, that's so good.
So that's my first action.
That's so good.
And then my second action is draw. Okay.
All right. I'll draw a card. And draw a card.
Okay. Turn, draw a card. This doesn't limit once during each of your turns. Okay. First action. Play a Quidditch resource, draw with Harry's ability. Second action. Play a Quidditch resource.
That's so good.
I know. Yeah, it's like got me really excited right now. I'm like, the efficiency here is off the chain.
All right, I'll start by drawing a card. Okay. Let's play a resource, charmed resource, and then I'll play a Cobra Lily.
No, come on.
You know it, you love it.
Draw for the turn. First action, play a resource, draw a card.
I love it.
Second action.
What up, Ron? Good to see your name.
Second action, I'm going to play a spell for 6. Do 3 damage to your opponent or draw 3 cards. I'm going to choose to draw 3.
Oh, okay.
Quick thinking. Yeah.
Draw, because I got it. Let's... Oh, you take 2 damage.
That's right.
From my Cobra Lily.
Ooh, the golden snitch in the discard pile.
Surely you have a way to retrieve that.
I hope so.
That's your one job, Seeker Harry. I'll draw a card. Okay. And then let's play a resource. How charming.
Okay.
People keep screaming hooch.
Yeah, I want to talk about Hooch. Draw a card. First action, play a resource, draw.
Unreal.
Second action.
This has got to be like $1,000 rare, right? It's got the rare star. Like all collectible games in the pandemic, the price of this one has gone to the moon. Downer says this game is so underrated. I love it. I think if you love Harry Potter, this would be so appealing. It's right on brand to me.
Okay.
Vaughn says there's just one person screaming hooch. Downer says I need to find someone to play it with. Hey, we've been playing a lot of webcam games. I'm sure like these are Van's decks. There's people that own this in the community. I know Ron is a big proponent of it as well.
My second action is going to be a bucking broomstick. You're going to take 3 damage. And then you're going to discard 2 cards.
From my hand.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. But why?
I'm playing Harry Potter direct damage deck.
Yeah.
All right, over to you.
You're a wizard, Harry. Draw a card. Oh, yeah. Take 2 damage.
Coming at me. So on a match, question mark for this. It's something that this Slytherin match, for instance, says do 15 damage to your opponent while this card is in play. So I'm assuming that's round by round by round. It will continue to tick up. It doesn't say it doesn't have to be all done all at once.
Yeah, you tick. Yeah,
you
so
tick
the damage you deal goes under.
So it's a win more kind of situation, right? If you're already doing more damage, you can do more damage.
Race to defense. It's kind of like catching the golden snitch.
Okay.
It's like if you're winning, you just win more.
Okay.
All right, let's play Hedwig, everyone's favorite
that?
owl. It's Harry's
When you play
owl.
it, something happens.
Yeah, read it.
Put a non-healing card from your discard pile into your hand.
I'll do that.
I hope I have that in there for the golden snitch thing.
That is Harry's owl, but you don't have that resource type.
Larry King.
He looks like an
He
owl.
looks like an owl. Can't play the match if I'm behind.
I'm going to put the Ilops Owl Emporium into my hands location. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Then I can play a location with a single action. Is that right?
Location?
When you play this card, discard any location from play, yours or your opponent. So only one location can be in play.
All right.
Interesting.
Make sure it's not like an adventure. Is it in here?
It says location unique. Each owl has 1 more health. Whenever an owl does damage, it does 1 extra damage.
Oh, come on. You got all the hot synergy.
That's the name of my deck. Hot Synergy. It was on the label. Dreadnought says Hedwig strikes back. Everyone loves Hedwig. Ron says the locations kind of work like Star Wars TCG. So there can be one out. If you play a location that replaces mine, it costs an action.
And it's just one action.
One more action, yep.
All right, draw a card for the turn.
Get down with your bad self.
Play a resource, draw a card. And...
Unstoppable.
Well, I need... I feel like I need to get more better cards. I'll play a blue bottle broom for 4. It says I can use an action to put a non-healing, basically a card, from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck.
Very cool.
It's a broom, and if I play another broom, I'm going to discard this one. Also provides a resource.
You only get one broom.
Yep.
Okay.
Going to 9.
Mine?
All you.
Take 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's, just in case, backfire. 5 damage to you. And then I'll go ahead and play a Charms resource.
All right, nothing in your hand, huh? Oh my gosh, how many resources do I need in this deck?
You play and draw. You're going to be playing those beefy cards.
Well, I'm at my max right now.
Oh, man. You never need more.
I've got 10. I think the only card, I think they all are 10 or less. So I'm on dead weight. You have any items out there asking for a friend? Nope.
Nope.
So I will draw. Yeah, great. A resource. Over to you.
All right. Let's draw. You take 4. Wow. All right. I will draw. And draw.
All right. Draw for the turn. Okay. First action. Slytherin steals. Deal 2 damage to your... Well, let's say that, yeah. Let's draw a card, first action. And is a match cost 1 to play or 2? 1?
Does it not have a cost on it? Oh, 1 action?
One
I think
action?
it's 1 action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I do 1, 2. There's any cards that you should do. Okay, I kind of get this.
Listic saying this is maybe when you want that adventure where I discard our hands and play.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Next action, draw. Okay.
Mine?
Yeah.
Take 4. Call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's draw a card. Let's play a book.
Okay. Draw for the turn. Sure. Let's do a first action, draw. Second action, Slytherin steals. Do 2 damage to your opponent, and if you have any cards in play, choose and discard one of them. One of these. Cobra Lily.
Can't get rid of Hedwig.
Over to you.
2 damage.
Can I take it from hand?
I don't think so.
For real?
Let's create problems. I'm going to play a Hebdrian Black Dragon. 8. I have to discard one of these, though.
Oh, what cost? Draw a card. I'm about to take 7, 8, 9.
Ron, these decks were lent to us from a friend of the show.
Deal 5 damage to your opponent. Can I do it to the dragon?
No, unless it says to one of my creatures.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on. All right, well, I'm done. So instead, what I'll do is I'll play a practice match.
All right.
Do 5 damage to your opponent while it's in play, and then the winner may draw 4 cards. Then I'll play ouch. Do 5 damage to your opponent. You discard a card, and I draw 4.
That match stays in play, though, right?
No, I accomplished it. I won it.
So then what happens to me when you win?
I draw 4. That's my prize.
Oh,
I just did it.
I got you.
And then I take like a bajillion damage.
Then you take a, 9.
Yeah, you can have all of these Quidditch resources.
Check this out.
They're all yours.
I don't want to tell you that card because it actually the surprise if it ever happens again is an interesting thing. So Quidditch, how does the Quidditch deck win? Did you find any of that?
I think it plays resources till it wins.
That's the goal.
No, I mean, there's like golden snitch and stuff. I think it's got to play this broom and try to get them back in the deck. But then you've also got to shuffle the deck somehow, or else the card you wanted stays on there.
Bottom of the deck.
Or you spend all of your actions putting stuff on the bottom, which I can't imagine is right. So I think it wants to play the match and then do direct damage over the course of the turn.
And then just win. And
then win the matches and do all of that. Yeah, but you got some stuff out, so I realized that you were going to be playing all the damage stuff.
Harry Potter TCG saying Quidditch is the worst.
There's Hooch.
Madame Hooch.
Once per game, you may search your deck. When you do, take a broom card from your deck, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Get some brooms. See what kind of brooms we got here. It's a broom. Clean Sweep 7. Classic broom. Absolute classic broom. What other brooms we got in here?
Yes, loving the Hooch.
So it just searches for a... Here's the Quidditch Cup. Once during each of your turns, when you use an action to play a card that needs Quidditch power, you get one more action that turn.
Wow. So it gets really efficient.
You play a card, gain an action there.
Look how cool that looks, though.
Can you only have one in the deck, or you think that's a rarity restriction?
Let's just...
It says unique. It says unique on it, so you gotta only have one.
Or maybe you can only play one. Let's just look at the deck building rules. Your deck must be exactly 60 cards. You must also have one card that's your starting character. Your deck can have at most 4 copies of any card except for lessons. You can have any number of those. You could run four ofs.
You could run 4 of the cup.
1 in play at a time.
Well, there you go.
Interesting.
Let me look for another broom. Let me make sure. Maybe I'm supposed to be playing Hooch in this. People love that Hooch. Let's see what kind of brooms I've got. I've got a lot of resources in here. Van, you sabotaging me?
He did say that that deck was not the best. I think it's generically like.
Didn't you say this was the one that he built?
Yeah. So there's one deck we haven't used yet, which I want to use.
This can't be right. Hooch can't be the right play here.
I think Hooch is the support character.
Harry's
you gotta start
be,
with Harry. Yeah.
Harry's got to be the right play.
You just start.
Let's do it again.
Cruising and bruising. I'm gonna switch to this green deck.
Actually, hold on. I'll switch to that one I was playing before. See how that one goes.
Cool.
Now that we have an expert understanding of how this thing works, how this engine, we get this engine right up.
And there's a stack of characters, and technically you could start with any of them. Let's see. Look at that heart on it. Hermione's top student.
Wow. Classic. Yeah. That looks like straight out of an NES cutscene.
Look at Ron, the youngest brother. Look at that art.
Yeah. Angel Ron. Nick Conley here, lead designer of Ashes, saying creatures look really good. Creatures are insanely good in this game.
It's fascinating because creatures are not a common thing in the Harry. I mean, there are creatures.
They were making magic, you know. Wait, did you just... Was that yours?
This is me.
Okay.
Professor Quirrell. Can't say it.
Quirinius
Quirrell.
Helpy.
Ooh. Once per game, you may return all creatures and items to their owner's hands.
No, you get a little restart. That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh. What a good card. So, okay, so this is a ramp. So we need... We'll see if Ron the Bear can get in here. Are you seeing a lot of direct damage to creatures and stuff? I haven't seen hardly any of that. I've seen none of it, actually, in mine.
Sorry, say it again.
You got any direct damage to creatures? You see much of
I
that?
had some in that first deck I was playing. The one, the black, the potions.
Yeah,
and
creatures are doing so much damage. It's crazy.
You got Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore.
The one and only.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised it's creatures instead of like spells and stuff, because normally it's like in the movie it's mostly wizard v wizard spell stuff. There is some creature and some herbology and potions and that kind of stuff, but
all right, let's see what our starting options are. We've seen Professor Pomona Sprout gives plants 2 more health, which seems less relevant when there's not a lot of direct damage to creatures, at least in this deck spread. Professor Minerva McGonagall, bringing the silver bullet energy here. Once per game, discard the adventure your opponent just played.
she's a hilarious character.
Albus Dumbledore, if you have at least 4 lessons in play, your spell cards with power 6 need 2 less power to play.
He seems like a good character to have early.
Yeah. Hermione, of course. Ron the Bear here. If you have no cards in your hand, you may use an action to draw 5. That's good. And then Neville. Prevent all but the first 8 damage done to you each turn. So anything past 8 is overkill, which seems
Overkill.
not necessary. Let's see what Dumbledore would actually be able to cast early. Let's see what we can cheat. Spells. Our creatures aren't spells, right? Spells are spells.
Right.
So I could do this early. I could do this early. I could do... What are you laughing at?
The name of this card. I'll wait to play it.
This is an old school creature deck right here. Oh, Porcupine Road, that's cool. Okay, so really what that opens up is Draco's Trick. Got 2 of those. Discard the adventure you've played, you get the reward. So just a free clear of an adventure.
Wow.
So let's string together that. There's some crazy combos here. Wow. That's a great adventure. My gosh. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. So we're going to go with Hermione.
Classic. Apparently, the duels in the books are very different than the duels in the movies. I haven't read the books. I've only seen the movies, but my sister-in-law religiously reads the books, listens to podcasts about it, etc., etc. So I'll have to ask about that.
Yeah.
Ron's saying creatures are strong, but not the only good decks. You'd be surprised how many playable decks there are. So you can't just tech all the creature damage because some people aren't even playing creatures.
Yeah, it's kind of an evolving little metagame there. You can imagine that. Okay.
Harry Potter TCG thinks Hermione is probably the right call.
Yeah. She's the Tony Hawk of the game, man.
Even, Steven?
Yeah.
It's even. You get choice.
I'm going first. This is not, there's no downside to that, right?
I do not think there's a single downside to going first. Right. Cool.
All right. And now I don't have any reason. Wait, I get a mulligan. I'm going to mulligan.
From rags to riches.
Rags to riches to rags, man. Resources in the deck. It's always bad. It took them like 20 years to figure that out.
Yeah.
20 years to figure out that you don't put resources in the deck.
It was a real thing.
How crazy. No one had that idea?
Well, they had different ideas. Like, even this is doing resources differently. But
not at all. Not at all. It's the same problem, right?
Remove them. Yeah.
If you don't have them, you're still hosed. And if you have too many of them, you're still hosed. Yeah. It's just like any other game.
You know, Flesh and Blood doing it very interestingly.
Yeah.
Every card is a resource, but also every card is everything else.
That's right.
Kern's in saying, can you show the back of the card? Yep.
That's nice. Really nice.
Classical Harry Potter with his lightning bolt.
That's right, Harry Potter TCG. Hermione about to kickflip down the dungeon stairs and knock Quirrell out.
He's a wily professor.
The Mike Vallely of Harry Potter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Barrel?
Yep.
You're up.
All right. Draw, because you gotta. Let's do a double action on the corn here. Sticking up for Neville. You have to discard your hand to solve, or you take 4 damage at the start of my turn. And then when you do that, you get 4 from the bottom and top of your deck, but you don't have anything in your discard pile, so it seems like a good time to play it.
Mine?
Yep.
Draw a card. I tell you that I have to take 4, lose my hand.
That's right.
But I can play, lose my hand.
Yep.
But that still costs more than 4. But I can't let that hang out.
The 2 things you'll discard, or your hand will go in, and then you can put it on the bottom of your deck. So.
But then I'm out of hand.
That's right. That's right. So you're just gonna have to take 4 damage for the rest of the game.
It would be a short game. Well,
in case you're ever curious, water is the source of life. And you should get yours out of a 48-ounce Nalgene water bottle, official sponsor of the show. Nalgene water bottles, made in the USA, 100% HDPE food-grade plastic. Hydrate your brain. Keep your systems moving.
Hydro brain.
It's like WD-40 for the body. That's good water.
All right, I'm going to trigger this.
Oh, really?
Play 2 resources and trigger it. Then I'm going to put the 4 non-healing cards that I do have on the bottom of my deck. Get that thing out of here.
Get that thing out of here. Draw a card. First action, draw. Second action, play 2 with Hermione.
Nice. Mine?
Yeah.
Draw a single card. Okay. Wow. Okay. I will draw and draw.
Draw a card because I gotta. First action, draw. Second action, draw.
Mine?
Yeah.
Draw because I got it?
Yeah.
Draw because I wanna. Draw because I wanna.
Mandatory draw. First action, draw. Second action, draw.
Mine?
Yeah.
Draw because I wanna. Or because I got it? Draw because I wanna. Play resources.
Resources in deck, man. It's a wild time.
But at least we can draw.
At least we can draw, and that makes it okay. Mandatory draw.
Man.
First action, draw. Second action, draw.
Someone asking Van, so her text says you may use an action to put up to 2 lesson cards of different types from your hand into play. Right there on the card. Mine?
Yep.
Draw. Play potions.
It's Hermione Potion Maker. That may be important for you, Bryce, pulling the cards out.
And then let's play potions, guy.
All right, mandatory draw. Ugh. First action resource, second action resource.
Okay, mine. Draw because I got it. Let's play a potions, and then let's play a dizziness draught. Do 4 damage to an opponent during your opponent's next turn. He or she cannot use actions to play Quidditch cards. Too dizzy.
All right, mandatory draw. First action, Ravenclaw Eagle. Second action, color changing ink.
You love that card.
I'm about to go into the pool.
Mine?
Yeah.
Because I gotta. Let's play a resource. Then we're gonna play a Dogbane Potion. Choose one of your opponent's creatures and play and do 3 damage to it.
Yeah.
Eagle gone.
All right, mandatory draw. First action, Hermione. Second action, Gryffindor Lion. 3/3. Coming back at you.
Sorry, my turn to draw a card. Let's play a potion. Play another Dogbane Potion. 3 to the Lion.
Come on. Mandatory draw. First action, Hermione. Second action. Oh, wow. Let's take a look.
It's about to get frisky.
That's right. Second action. I'm going to play a Porcupine Robe.
Oh, no.
At the end of your turn, do 1 to every of your creatures that did damage to me.
Interesting. Okay. What?
Yeah.
Draw because I got it. Draw because I want to. Draw again. Go ahead.
Mandatory draw. Color changing ink. Use an action, count the cards in your hand, put them on the bottom of your deck, and draw that many
man,
cards.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
That would be interesting for that Quidditch deck.
Yes. It would be better.
Draw like 10 cards, stack the bottom 10, start.
It would
Till
be
you get the
better.
cards you need, yeah?
Yeah. Cool. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Second action. Yeah, let's go. I see what this deck wants to do. Second action, I'll play a Fang for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to discard one of these to do it. Your opponent takes 4 damage, and 4 damage each turn.
Okay. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Let's think about this. Mm-hmm. Draw card. Let's play a Hospital Wing. Discard one of my lesson cards. Shuffle up to 8 non-healing cards from my discard pile into my deck.
You're playing like no creatures, right? Is that the idea here?
That has been the idea so far.
I don't think that Porcupine Robe's gonna do much.
And then it's your turn. I'll take 4 at the top of the turn.
All right, mandatory draw. Take 4.
Harry Potter TCG saying Fang Unleashed.
Oops.
Take 4.
All right, I'm going to take Hermione to drop 2, and then I'm going to play a Kelpie. Discard 1 when I play it. Anytime you target me with a spell, I can target the Kelpie instead.
Wow.
A little bit of protection and 1 damage each turn.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Draw a card. Oh boy. Let's draw a card.
Always press the button.
All right. Play Swelling Potions. Deal 5 damage to your opponent. During your opponent's next turn, he or she can't use actions to play items.
Take it here.
You got it. Your turn. Take 4.
Yeah. I can't play items.
That's right.
Okay, mandatory draw. How much are you going to press the gas here? Let's use Hermione. Let's play a Slytherin Serpent.
Oh boy.
3 damage, 1 health.
Mine?
Yeah, you got potions for that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. I do. Let's play a Dogbane. 5 there. Or 3 there.
Overpaid, though.
Then let's play a Bruise Wart Balm. Put 5,
You're a healer, Harry.
5 non things back in my deck. That's a healing card. Yeah. So like I played the big spells and then I'm just shuffling them right back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your turn. I'll take 4 more.
Mandatory draw.
You're a healer,
4.
Harry.
First action, draw. Second action, giant squid for 10.
Oh my
5
God.
damage, 10 health.
Mine?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Thanks. Got my porcupine robe on. That's a cool light. That's a cool item.
Yeah, it's awesome. How many cards in here? No reason I'm asking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Loving it, chat. You guys are crushing it. Ozymandias, no.
Let's play a Boil Cure.
You're gonna heal some? How can you win if you're only healing and not doing damage?
Well, I'm putting the cards back in that do damage.
Oh, right on.
So I spin the cards that do damage and I put them back in. Okay. I could have that one that did 5 or whatever. So I think I just have to survive long enough to play those over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna trigger my once a game effect and put this back in your hand.
Is it all creatures and wells?
Items.
Oh man. Let me go.
Then I'm gonna play 5 points for Gryffindor. From Gryffindor. Oh, it's an adventure. I have to not heal first. I'll wait.
It's both the actions. So this isn't even an action, is it?
No.
Let him go.
I'll go ahead and play. No, I'll draw a card. Go ahead.
Mandatory draw. First and second.
Okay. Starting my turn to draw. Wow. That would have been nice. Well, I gotta play that. Let's draw a card. Then I'm going to play a slow acting Venom. For each of your turns, your opponent takes a damage.
Okay. Over to me.
Then I take 9.
Mandatory draw, take 9.
It's not going to last long.
First action. I'm going to play Steel Claw. All my creatures do damage to my opponent.
9.
It's funny. And then I'll play a color changing ink.
Okay. You take a damage.
1 down.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Let's play a potions homework.
That's right. I just missed that. So playing Fang the second time should have discarded this, and you should have taken 4.
I took 4 from him.
You did coming in?
Yeah.
So I would discard this. I wouldn't have the squid. So then I would play the squid and then play the all creatures do damage. So you're up 5 cards. If you want to put them back in whatever order that makes sense. And I don't get to play the ink because I have to play the squid instead.
Interesting.
Or even more, I can't even play the squid because now I don't have 10.
Well, you should play the squid, then play Fang, right?
That's right. That solves the problem. But then I'm just down 1. Yeah, so then everything else is the same. That saves us.
Do I still take 5 more?
Good for you. Yeah, you still take the 5 from the squid. Yeah, so that'll happen. Good.
You take damage until you discard a lesson from your deck.
Oh, no. I put them all on the bottom. Oh, there it is.
Then I'll play Malevolent Mixture. Play this card, discard 2 of your lessons. Do 10 damage to your opponent or to one of their creatures. How much life do you have left-ish? 20? Okay, we'll do 10 to this thing.
About 25. Yeah. 10 to the squid?
Yeah.
I've wanted to play that squid this whole time ever since I've seen it. Just remove it.
He's gone. I take 4?
Yeah, I take 4.
So I need more of those bombs.
You just take 3?
4. I got 2 on the last one.
Better put a... Yeah, so, mandatory draw? I think I've done that yet. I honestly can't remember. First action, I'm going to use the color changing ink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drawing 10 cards.
Crazy.
And then second action. How many cards you got over there?
8.
Second action, I'm going to play Platform. To play it, discard
Platform
one of your...
9 3/4.
9 3/4, thank you. Discard 1 lesson from play, and you get 2 more actions.
Oh, no.
So I'm now on 2.
We're going to school.
Let's do Cobra Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And then... let's do Steel Claw to do 6.
I'm dead.
That's right.
That's a good deck.
Yeah, this one's got the heat in it.
Yeah. I understand what's going on with the potions. I think I need more of the swelling potions and the malevolent mixture. The 10 damage for 5 is crazy. But you have to see that early. I was seeing like the 3 damage stuff. which was fine, but nowhere near fast enough.
Yeah. This is the greatest chat we've maybe had. It's just like can take this game like super hyper competitive serious. So it's just like, yeah, get him. Like, let's play some potions
it's
and
just a good time.
Smack him with the broom. It's awesome.
That was something.
I want to play one more. You got time?
I got time for where? I'm gonna go back to this one.
You want to play this or something that you haven't played?
We played them all. We've seen all the decks now. There's 5 decks.
We're going back to Charms.
I'm going back to Malfoy. That first deck I played.
I'm going back to Quidditch, man. Let's play some Quidditch.
Okay. Harry versus Malfoy.
Actually, no. Let me play that potions deck you just had.
The green?
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
All right. That goes with that deck. You were saying Steel Claw was the MVP of their collection growing up.
Yeah, that thing is monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
Because it's all your creatures?
Everything attacks again.
You have 5 or 6 creatures out, and all this thing's just dogpile?
Yeah. You could build some heat, man, with this. Quirrell didn't seem worth it, did it? Saved you, what, 9 damage?
I mean, if you're playing against someone that's going wide with creatures, it's awesome. Because it takes him forever.
It takes him a while
he's
to
not
build
building like that.
Yeah. Let's see who else we can run here, maybe.
It is Malfoy Adams run.
Man, look at all these resources. My gosh.
So you have a lot of cards that discard a resource to do the thing. And then you have other cards that actually grant you like 3 or 4 resources for that one card. So you can run really light. But I think they discard the resources. If you need to put more back in, you can with all your healing cards. But you really want to be putting your like 5 to 10 damage cards back in.
Yeah.
Which I saw none of those until after I'd spent a bunch of healing cards.
Oh, he's the only one. Okay, I see. So you're trying. You feel like, so whoever built this, which is our friend Van's child, a masterful Harry Potter TCG player, from what Van tells us. Is that true?
World champion.
Definitely. Based on the Quidditch deck, guess we'll see. But thinks that this deck is too slow, right? So you might need a reset button against a swarm deck so that you can get on top of taking care of the creatures there.
All right. I'm going to keep my hand. Even, Steven?
Yeah.
Even. Steven.
I'll go first.
For no undue reason. Weird. I don't know why you'd want to go first.
Ooh, I got all my potions. Only 1 money, though. I don't know. Maybe you keep it. No, because then you're just going to get smoked later.
Dan says, well, I built that Quidditch deck, and it's not good. That's right up Steven's alley.
Yeah, you're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, these dragon shields shuffle nice.
They do.
How are things?
It's good. Well? Yeah. It's ready for a long weekend.
You ready for the storm? About to get stormed on.
Yeah.
In fact, that's a good reason to try to get out of here a little early. If we can. I'm going to try to get home.
Supposed to be hitting like right now, right?
5-ish. Yeah. Hopefully my little house doesn't just get taken into the sky tonight.
Renervate podcast says that Quidditch is literally the best deck. Ron says I have my own bad Quidditch deck, lol, with the same starting Harry Wizard. Harry Wizard's funny. He was a Harry Wizard.
I'm gonna draw my card for the turn.
Yeah, because you gotta drive. You gotta get home past that storm.
Yeah.
That's
to drive. Okay, can't play that. This. I see. All right. So we need to ramp a little bit here. And you're right. We do put money back in the pot there. First action is draw. Second action is resource.
All right. Mine. Draw a card. 2. Let's go 1-1. 2 resources.
All right. Mandatory draw. First action resource, second action resource.
Draw a card.
I like playing. It makes me feel like spoils when I play resources like this.
Play a resource. Play a resource. Go ahead.
Mandatory draw.
We ramping. I love the hooch love in the chat. It's really funny.
First action resource. Second action self-stirring cauldron. Discard 2, but it provides 4. And I get 1 more action. So my second extra action.
I do that thing like super late.
We're going to play a Death Cap Draft. 6 damage to your opponent.
All right. He's off to the races.
I got to return one of these to my hand.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
Draw because I got him. Ooh.
Are these, if I have a card that says X lessons in play, does this count as 4 lessons in play for the Cauldron, or do I actually have 4 lesson cards in play?
I bet you have to have 4 lesson cards.
I do too, which is a bummer.
All right. Let's play a resource, play a Boa Constrictor.
Oh. I see you.
Old Draco with snakes. I like this card. That's right. It's 4 resources, not 4 lessons.
Okay. Let's see. First action, pot. Second action, play the slow acting venom. 1 damage at the before each of my turns.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go.
So on my turn, I'll draw 2 damage to you.
Got me. Kind of helpful early on, honestly.
Okay. Let's play a potion and then play a Bruisewort Balm. Shuffle 5 non-healing cards back into my deck.
Mandatory draw. How many things are in your hand there?
3.
How big a boy are you? Take 1 damage when you get a chance, if you would please, from the slow acting venom.
It's happening. There goes Flint again.
It's a fancy looking card.
Just like all silver foil. Oh. Some angles you can actually see all the color on it. It's cool.
First action draw. Second action, Snape's question. 4 damage to your opponent, but you can show me a potion resource from your hand to block it. I've got a question for you from Snape.
Take 4.
Ah, yes. How are you?
2 damage to you.
We're playing the game now.
Cards in hand?
Yes.
Decent stack. I'm going to spend 2 to play an adventure. Running from Filch. Play only if you have at least 6 lessons in play. Effect: your opponent cannot use actions to play lesson cards.
Oh, come on.
To solve it, your opponent discards his or her hand. The reward is you can draw 3. You're up.
Mandatory draw. I can't play resources.
Am says the theme of Snape's question never fails to amaze me. I agree. It's real strong.
We're gonna have to get rid of this real quick.
Can you have more than one adventure in play? Asking for a friend. Been watching Friends. I'm at the point, spoiler, if you are like me and haven't watched it since it's been out for 20 plus years. Monica and Chandler, secret relationship.
Yeah.
And the friends are slowly, one by one, finding out, but they don't know each other now.
Yeah.
That's the central drama in their lives right now. Simpler times.
All right, my first action, I can't play resources, right?
Right. You can't play lesson.
I'm going to play a Malevolent Mixture and discard 2 of these to do 10 damage to you.
Wow. He went for it because you're going to shuffle it back in.
I'm just going to put it on the bottom of the deck. Do you have cards that shuffle the deck?
A lot of the healing cards shuffle, specifically.
And then I can do this after I take my 2 actions, right?
Yep.
Second action, Boil Cure. I'm going to put up to 4 non-healing cards from discard pile and back on my deck. Boil, toil and trouble. Okay. And then I am going to discard my hand. And it's all potions.
All right.
I draw 3 cards as my reward.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. Discard 2.
Yep. Draw because I got it. What? Awesome.
Oh, take 1.
Yep. Let's start your turn.
That's right. Did we do it last time?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's
Sure.
draw a card. And draw a card. That's your turn, so then I'll take 1.
First action. Mandatory draw. First action, play a potion. Second action, Dog Bane, do 3 to that thing.
Got him. Mine?
Yeah. More like Snake Bane, am I right?
That's right. Play a potions. Play a Chimera.
Ah, man. That's a 4 for 2.
That is a 4 for... I got him. Your turn starts. I take a poison.
That's right. Mandatory draw.
You're doing better than I did with it.
First action draw.
It's weird. I've seen like none items.
Second action, Potions homework. Discard from the top of your deck till you hit a lesson. Oh, yeah.
Got rid of the dragon poison though.
Worth 2, though. Worth 2. Over to you.
4 damage.
Ah.
All right. Let's play another potions, and then let's play a venomous tentacula.
No, come on.
Go ahead. You got that once per turn, once per game bounty.
Use an action and discard Venomous to put a lesson from your discard pile into play. Did you put one in from the Venom?
Nope.
First action, draw. Second action, Erumpent Potion, 1 damage to a creature.
Mine?
Yeah.
Take 4.
4 coming at me.
Call me in the morning. Let's draw a card. And play a potion.
Mandatory draw. First action, discard till you discard a lesson.
Yeah. I love those cards.
Really
I love
dopamine
those
hit
cards.
there.
Yeah.
Second
That's right,
action,
Green Iguana. Decking is the win condition.
play a potion resource.
Mine?
Yeah.
Draw a card.
4
Take 4.
damage.
Let's play a creature.
Space race, man.
Let's play a Chimera.
Another Chimera. Gotta have an answer for this. Draw a card. You're you
Poison?
take 1. Yeah.
You can always bounce them
It might be the time.
once.
It might be the time.
8's a lot. We're in the end game now.
First action, Potions homework. Take damage till you discard a lesson card. Oh yeah. It's worth 3. That's not terrible.
1 card for 3 is always good.
Second action, Pepper Up Potion. Put 4 cards back in. Non-healing cards, of course.
Mm-hmm. Ham says the disparity in the number of lessons in play between the two players is great. Yeah, it is cool. I like what Steven's doing here. Gotta hit those big damage things early and often and cycle them. Does this shuffle or put them on the bottom?
It just puts them on the bottom, as far as I know. I haven't seen anything that shuffles them.
There are some. I played one earlier. The Bruise Wart Balm. Shuffle 5.
Oh, right. That would be nice.
I'm almost out of life over here.
Yep. We're going to get you.
What up, Chris?
Okay, let's put 4 back in.
But I got plans.
I am going to bounce the stuff at the end of this.
All right.
If you want to go ahead and get that over with. 1.
It also bounces your items. Be warned.
Does it?
You may return all creatures and items to their owner's hands.
I don't like that at all.
Rethink your life.
Yeah. I'm not bouncing. We're not bouncing.
Yeah, it's costly.
Okay. Press the slot machine again a few times. All right. Over to you. I take 8.
Yep.
Got these chimeras. Where's my valor?
I'm gonna play a bull guy potion, 10. It's an item, so I have 2 actions left. I can use an action and discard this from play to deal 13 damage to my opponent. I'll use an action and discard it and do 13.
Can I use Quinius now?
I don't think so.
13?
Yeah.
What is that even?
It's my big hit.
I'm down to mashed potatoes down here.
I've got these other things in here that, let me find one of them. Beetle Eyes. So if you have Eel Eyes and Beetle Eyes, you can discard them both to search your deck for the Bull Guy potion and put it into play. You basically make this too. Then
is that it?
I have 1 action left.
Yeah.
Forest Troll. I have to discard one of these, but he's in play.
All right, my turn. Mandatory draw. You do your discardy thing.
Can he do it? You can always bounce to buy a turn, basically.
Yeah, but then my 4 resources go away.
Yeah, you're right.
First action draw.
Well, couldn't you bounce and then play it right back?
How many cards you have? You have to discard 2 resources to put it back in. How many cards in your deck?
Private. 9.
Last action, Malevolent Mixture. Discard 2 of my lessons, do 10 to your opponent.
I'm dead. That was good.
That felt like a real game, didn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely a lot closer.
How about that top deck?
That was fortunate. Is that the card you drew?
Those were cards that I put on the bottom with my healing spells, so I knew there was damage.
You knew they were hanging out. Yeah, I think that's a cool deck. You have to find those big damage attacks.
And this was critical.
Yeah,
I basically traded up 2 for 4, and then I immediately got to play a card, and that gave me a little bit of like tempo burst.
But like hitting the 10 damage thing and putting it back under.
Yeah.
Like
early on.
That's where the math is on that deck.
Yeah, I wasn't studying very well. I was just in potion class.
Yeah.
It was like the guy that's really good in the lab exams, but is horrible at like the actual class.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's really good at the practicals, but
he's just good.
He's
good
horrible
under
in the
pressure.
game. Yeah.
Well, hey, you want to go full screen?
Yeah.
Before we get out of
fun.
here. Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think about the 2001 Harry Potter TCG?
I could play this game probably forever.
I can imagine if I had a collection of cards that were available as well. Different, like even you had that color changing ink, and I was like, oh, that would be so good with the Quidditch.
Yeah, if we can start getting into 4-ofs, these things could get tight. It could get really. You could throw some heaters with these things.
And it's kind of cool because you have like some people are playing creatures, some people are playing potions, some people are playing the spells. There's the Quidditch matches and the adventure. Like There's a lot of different lanes. It's a very simple game, and it's very thematic.
I mean, this is exactly what was the game we were talking, like Star Trek was the game that we were talking about, where at least the second edition of the game, you were playing a game and Star Trek was there, but it didn't matter. Like it didn't feel like Star Trek. This is an example, I think, of a game that's just like, hey, we're making a Harry Potter game, and it doesn't need to be like Magic the Gathering with Harry Potter on it.
Yeah.
It needs to just feel like you're watching a lot of wizard stuff happen, and the tension can be not necessarily like high.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, Harry Potter is great. We just want to see the characters and see the stuff. Now, I think, if you had the 4-ofs and you were really building a deck, I'm sure this could get very streamlined.
Yeah.
And like, it comes down to a couple of health and you got your potion and I didn't and these kinds of things. But I was wondering if this goes multiplayer. I can see it in one of the games where you can only damage the player to your right. Like one of those where like it's a race where you're trying to eliminate your person. And then when you do, you get 20 back in or something. And then now it's 1-on-1. One of those weird kind of multiplayer. That'd be fun because if you all love Harry Potter and you're sitting around as a family or something playing this, I can see this being really fun.
I also think you can, at least for me, easily see how you could play this with a 10-year-old.
Oh yeah,
like they could.
It's a great first card game.
And if you're designing Harry Potter the card game, especially in 2001, but just you have to factor that in. So, but it didn't feel like it was so simple that I wouldn't enjoy playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2001,
it kind of did everything it needed to do, didn't it? That was really good. I was surprised at how much I liked that.
Yeah, it's just a nice little engine. That's the thing. There's not too much friction. Also, all the attacking is indirect.
Yeah.
You're playing cards that do direct damage, but like even the creatures is like they're on the table and they're just kind of doing damage.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as aggressive, does it?
It's not like a throne. Like Game of Thrones always felt like frustrating, like someone's literally attacking someone and taking them off the table. It's like, yeah, I don't approve.
Get away from me, Matt. Hey Van, thanks so much for sending us these decks.
Yeah, I really appreciate
that. That was super fun. This is a nice game.
And shout out to everyone on the stream chat today. You guys were hilarious. We throw back to older games on Thursdays, so come back for more of that. And we just hang out, play, check out all these the history of really card games at this point.
At this point, it is the history of all card games.
Yeah, we play some miniatures occasionally, but it's mostly card games. And if you're interested in the game, there is apparently a revival group who has put out a digital set, and they're doing their whole thing. So like a bunch of these older games,
it's so cool, isn't it?
They just kind of keep sticking around. I saw someone earlier saying,
"What's up, Ron? You can see
they printed the revival set with like make playing cards or one of those services.
The classics.
We're kind of entering. I think a pandemic helped with this weird phase of you can kind of just play what you want, and the internet makes it easy to find the other people that are also into this thing. But we've seen it with Star Wars TCG all the way to Harry Potter. Crazy.
And the weird thing is like those Netrunner cards we printed off with NPC or drive-through or whatever, not that different.
No.
Different, but not that different. So like it's similar to 3D printing for me with miniatures games. Eventually the Rubicon is going to get crossed, where the actual producing of the cards or the miniatures is on the customer rather than the publisher.
Sure.
And you're basically the idea machine that gives us the content, and then all the printing happens locally or localized at least.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and
could happen.
I think the quality, especially when it comes to card games, of these on-demand printing services, when you're putting something in a sleeve anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the point? It doesn't
really
matter, does it? Garan here on the Twitch saying check out accio.cards for the new set. So that's where it lives. That's where things are. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time.